Hey ladies, okay, so today we're gonna take a look at a brand new BelleTress style. It's called Saint. It's in a color that I don't normally wear. I've taken a peek at the pictures. I don't know if it is a style that I normally wear, but regardless, we're gonna take a look. And why not unbox it together at the same time as doing my full review. Okay, so while I take it out of the box, let me tell you, it is from their Luxe collection, okay? This collection came out, I think it was the end of 2023. It has all the bells and whistles, okay? So let me stop moving all of this around. Let me put this to the side, okay? So the Luxe collection came out at the end of last year. It has all the bells and whistles, like I said. It is a higher price point because of all of those bells and whistles. I like myself all the bells and whistles, but I understand everybody has a budget. We all do. So one of the things that I love about the Luxe collection is that all of these wigs are 100% hand tied. Okay, so I'm just gonna drop that there. All right, so let me show you guys the cap first on Saint, and it's spelled S-A-I-N-T. When you look at all of these wigs from their Luxe collection, the caps are all the same. So the full monofilament top, and if you're new to wearing wigs, what that means is anywhere that you part the hair within this monofilament section creates that illusion of scalp. You know when you part your bio hair and you get a good illusion of scalp, because that's what you're looking at? That's what you get when you part it anywhere within this space, okay? And then the lace front that runs all the way around the ear tabs. So having an extended lace front allows you to wear the hair away from your face with confidence. It looks super natural. These are all the bells and whistles that I'm talking about. So as you can see, it's got a fully hand-tied cap. That's gonna drive a higher price point because what it means is that each one of these fibers is adhered to the cap by hand. The benefits of 100% hand-tied cap is number one, it sits very flush to your head. Number two, the hair movement is incredibly natural. And then you've got an extended nape, and then you've got bra strap-like adjusters. So these are average size caps. And in my experience, the average caps within the Luxe collection are incredibly generous. I have a 22-inch circumference head, and these fit me very well, but I think it's worth noting that these average caps in their Luxe collection are definitely a generous average. So Saint is basically a chin-length style with lots of soft layers. As I mentioned, it has a full monofilament top, but when it comes to you, it's going to be parted on the left-hand side. And I'm not sure if you can see, it does have a slight zigzag part. That is not intended to be worn that way. The reason why manufacturers do this is to help to keep these fibers laying safely within their box on their way to you. Let's go ahead, I will pop it on and we'll see what Saint looks like. As I said, I've never tried this style on before. We'll see if that cap is fitting generous. Okay, so when you first put your wig on, ladies, you may do this and go, like I'm doing right now. This is gonna be the awkward point where I stay looking like this for a moment to talk to you about something. When you are buying wigs online, you wanna make sure that A, you're buying from a reputable retailer, and B, that you've also familiarized yourself with their return policy. So for example, if I got this wig and I got it home and I'm trying it on, I need to decide at this point if I'm keeping it. Am I staying or am I going? Okay? You cannot be breaking that zigzag part. You can't be, combing through this style. That would exclude your ability to return it. So I'm just gonna leave it like this, all right? And I'm gonna do a turn to show you what it looks like straight out of the box without touching a thing. And I already know just by turning my head and looking at this style that this is a beautiful style that's going to need very little adjustments and playing around simply with my fingers and breaking that zigzag part to make it look beautiful. But let me show you what it looks like and what you may be seeing yourself when you first get it out of the box at home, okay? So here is my right-hand side and the back. Again, ladies, I've done nothing to this. And this is my left-hand side, and then back to the front. Again, without doing anything to it, I'm gonna get up close so that we can take a peek at that lace front. And it is, as I mentioned, it runs all the way into the ear tabs. This right here is a little bit of my own bio hair, but I'm really getting good coverage. So this might be something that you want to take a peek at to see what does that hairline look like before you start playing around with it. And I think that it looks fantastic. Let's just assume that I'm at the point where I know I'm keeping this beautiful style and I'm gonna break the zigzag part. So just take yourself a rat tail comb, and you could spray the parting space with a bit of water if you needed to encourage these fibers to go in the right direction that you're wanting to. I am standing, ladies, in front of my window, but it isn't tremendously bright out. So I do have a light here in front of me, which is making it a little bit difficult to see this parting space, but I wanted to make sure that you can see it. All right, so I've broken the zigzag part, and I'm just simply going to use my fingers to start playing around with the style. And I think what you'll see is, look at how quickly this style sort of falls into place. Now, one thing that I am absolutely noticing is that this average cap on the Luxe collection on Saint is not as generous as what I've experienced on some of the other Luxe collection wigs. I have the adjusters almost all the way out, and with my 22-inch circumference head, it's fitting me perfectly. This one feels like absolutely like a true average cap. So why don't I go ahead, I will do a turn now that I've played around with this style a little bit so that you can see it on all sides, all right? So again, my front, this is my right-hand side, and so you saw all I did was played around with the fibers with my fingers. And the back, my left-hand side, and then back to the front. What I will tell you is that this piece is absolutely low density. So if you're looking for a low density style that is sort of in and around your shoulder lengths with some waves, I think that this is one that you want to look at. The other thing that I really like is that it is not a flopper. And oftentimes when you have styles like this with layers, shorter layers along the top and along the sides, we experience that without that flopping. So again, I've put no product in it. You saw it straight out of the box. And if I drop my head like this and up, you can see it is not a flopper. Overall, Saint is 12 inches. I love when BelleTress gives an overall measurement. So overall, it's 12 inches. The sides are 10 inches, and then the nape is 5. Altogether, this piece weighs only 3.4 ounces. So this is going to be a piece that you are easily going to be able to wear with comfort all day long. I mentioned earlier that I don't wear brunettes too often, but I am really liking this new rich chocolate brown. And there's a couple of reasons why. I love the highlights that run throughout this particular style. For somebody that perhaps wears lighter shades more frequently, having some of those highlights really allows you to play around with some colors without it being such a drastic difference. So rich chocolate brown R, whenever you see an R, it typically means that the shade is rooted. So it's shaded with a dark brown root, and then it's a mix, the body is a mix of medium and dark brown. And then as I mentioned, you've got some of those highlights running through it. And it's heavily highlighted, which I particularly like, but it doesn't look stripy. It's really well blended. The highlight shades are actually 3 different shades. So you've dark auburn, a strawberry, and a mahogany that runs throughout this color. I think it's a really beautiful brunette. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Saint? I think it's a beautiful style. I think many of you will absolutely love it. And if you're interested in getting your hands on Saint, simply visit my friends at wigsbypatty'spearls.com and be sure to use my discount code ERYNN, ERYNN 25 to save. Stay well and stay safe. Bye everybody.